Hey everybody, and welcome back to Riesenbeck. Made it into late autumn. Now we are just tossing some lime down on some of our fields. We've already got these fertilized with one stage. ATV, farming, and AFG. What is up, everybody? Yeah, was not expecting this fertilized spreader to spread this lime so wide. I think maybe the XML's backwards. I don't think it throws fertilizer this far. Hey, beach bum. I have to tell you, every day, Seasons just looks even more and more purty. It's spelled P-U-R-D-Y, purty. Indeed, DB, you're getting your production. It's just a matter of time now before other things start ramping up. Hey Dave, what's up? Alright, let's go get some more lime. Whoa, 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 whoa. We'll say that if there was a bet as to how much we would get fertilized, that 180 some thousand liters of slurry, if you bet we would do all of the fields once, it would be correct. You don't have to use the global company one. Just give it a matter of a few moments, a few days, a week. The guy that did the other three might release global company versions. There's a Discord that's got that map in multiplayer. Hey Will, what's up? Got her lid shut. Yep. So the plan for the day is to lime our fields. We've got 3 more to lime. Then I think we're going to we need to fertilize our 2 grass fields. Off camera, went ahead and mowed that other field, windrowed it, picked it up, put it in the silage bunker down by the pigs, and went ahead and put a blanket over it. Got 112,000 liters of silage baking at $800 per 1,000 liters. That should should net us just over $80,000. Pretty good payout, which will definitely help us. Well, basically double our bank account at this point. Oh, the flu during the summer is the worst. What are you talking about, AFG? Bastard spreading. Hey, Anthony, what's up? You recall way back in spring, we did not put lime on our cornfield because we didn't have a spreader at the time that would do lime. Later on, I upgraded to this one, which does do lime, so we are going to be able to do that now. I don't know why I am dropping frames here. Hope it looks decent for you guys. To reset the router or something. But you know, I don't know, American Gamers Farming. I would hope so, because I pretty much confirmed again today that the straw trigger is busted. It's busted good. That's over at the horses. Straw trigger, that is. Give the straw to the horses. I need to basically just edit it in the XML, because there's no way to give them straw legitimately. Stream is fine. Refresh. Said I'm getting some drop frames in OBS. No idea why. Other than it looks like my Upload is a little slow tonight. I don't know, like I said, upload's a little wanky. Hey Alan, what's up? Going around, and we should be able to finish up the cornfield with what we've got in here. All right, well, let's see. How are we doing? Hey, Raznik, what's up? Yeah, I'm dropping a ton of frames. I have no idea. I think it's... my upload is turned to crap tonight. I am going to have to reboot the router, but if I do that, we're going to be down for at least 30 minutes. Go. Work. Hey, Nitro Dad, what's up? Well, lags play. I would say it's because they're not being fed or they don't have water. Basically, their needs are not being met. That's basically what's going on. fill this thing up. It's going to take a lot of money. Well, Alan, in theory, you would spray a herbicide on the field. Before you see weeds, and that would prevent weeds from coming up. That's about all I know about the preemptive spraying. You don't need grass if you've got total mixed rations or hay. Looks like it's a good thing that we did not wait until late autumn, because I don't see any growth on the grass here, so it's likely we would have not seen any growth from the grass field. AFG, we're all beta testers at this point. Get us to a second fertilized state on our grass here. See, I had just enough to make a partial pass with slurry on this grass field before I ran out. I think I will restart the router when we're done tonight. I was uploading something to a server earlier today, a lot longer than it should have. Hey Roderick, what's up? Yeah, I got it downloaded, but no time other than to look at the PDF. Oh, Darren, he was. That's the dangerous mix. It's like distracted map editing. We get this field fertilized. I'll show you guys the bunker. Farmland IDs, like with the painting or whatever. Yeah, I think this thing was tossed in the lime a lot further than this. That's strange. Got 2 cuts off of this field this year. Oh, okay. Thinking about where we're going to cut trees over the winter at. I'd cut a few trees down between this field and the road. It's the start of the blanket there. Getting this fertilizer down now, we won't have to worry about it in the spring. Be able to concentrate on other things. Hey, Tiny 426, what's up? So we put the blanket on this last night. 31%. This should be ready tomorrow night. So we should be able to sell it first day of winter. Their pigs are up to 181 pounds. $305 versus 182 when we bought them. Too terrible bad. door not shut? It doesn't. Hey, Nitro Dad, what's up? All right, let's check out our contracts. We're not plowing any fields. Harvesting, never harvesting potatoes or sugar beets. We'll accept the fertilizing contracts. For sure. Field 59. Look at all that weed. It's field 59. It's like he's already got himself some wheat or something in the field. He's already got his oats in the field for next year. Look at that. Lucas is on it. It's like he did not do preemptive spraying because he's got little patches of weeds growing. JP, I don't really know, but I'm sure that's more than that. Definitely not that many in the mod folder. As I run separate mod folders for every save game. Hey, Spiritus, what's up? Oh, watch out. Here we go. Three trailers to a dolly. Hey, David, what's up? Alright, first turn off caps lock. 2, go check my how-to video on how I run multiple mod folders. Then DB's being a smart butt by turning caps lock on just to laugh out loud. Benefit is you don't have mod conflicts. Every time you launch the game, every mod in your mod folder gets loaded into memory. That's before you even get to the main menu of the game. So by having hundreds of mods in your mod folder, the game is consuming excessive amounts of RAM before you even start loading up a save game. Depending on the mod, you may have global scripts in the mod that are loaded regardless of the mod being activated or not. This was evident quite a lot in 17. For example, there was a baler that just the act of having that baler in your mod folder meant that you couldn't use any other baler in the game. Even if that baler wasn't activated, baling was basically messed up for every other baler. So one, your game will run a whole lot faster with just the mods you need in the mod folder. Consume less memory, and you'll have less potential for conflicts. Play on a multiplayer server, you have to have the mods and the versions of the mods that are on the server. So if you're playing on a multiplayer server, or two servers, let's say, and each server for some reason has a different version of a particular mod, well, you're not going to be able to connect to one because you're going to have the other version to connect to the other one. So you could either, one, tell the folks who are adminning the other server that they have to update their mod. That typically doesn't go over very well. Or you have to keep swapping that one mod out to be able to play on both servers. Those are just a few reasons. Sure, DB, go ahead. Yeah, Holzer's released with season support. There was another baler. It was a big John Deere baler. Made big American-looking round bales that completely messed up other bales. DB, if you're talking to me, I have no idea because I'm busy at the moment. I do not. JP, my guess is Facebook somewhere. I haven't seen it released on any other site. I was going to say that should be just about done. Heyday. We're not taking a baling contract on field 70 again. We're going to do that again. Field 32, 40, 38. 40, 38. It's 32. 32 is way over there, so we'll take 40 and 38. There is a gearbox that is in development. I don't know what state it's currently in. I don't have a New Holland swather. I think I've seen photos over around Facebook, people showing it off, but no idea if it was public or if it was shared on a open group or not. Moss coming to 719. Excited, I guess, to see it. Kind of more excited to see what the full list of equipment is going to be. I told you there's one in development. Hey, Fred Leaker, or Freak Leader, what's up? A fair number of fields to be harvested. Maybe we can get a decent harvest contract. Oh, well, it's hard to say, JP, other than you broke it. There's only about 1,000 ways to break something, so it's hard to say. It is RM. Move snow, I think. Let's look here. RM reset snow. Hey, dirty tractor. Broke it. You get a log error? First thing you do is you check the log, JP, and see what it says there. Oh, what's that massive error? So, FS Club, you need to start the game with the dash cheats on the end of the executable path. So it would be like C:/ blah 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 Farming Simulator 2019.exe space dash cheats with an S. Cheats with an S. Then when you launch the game with the cheats enabled, you'll be able to do all those other commands. The dash cheats enables a bunch of dev commands in base game also. Yeah, Dirty Tractor, run the reset snow. I should make it poof go away. But they are working on the snow. I did not even need to fertilize that whole thing. Didn't see that say complete 8. Right click in Steam, say properties, and there's a tab somewhere where it says startup options. Put dash cheats, plural, and then okay, and then start the game. There you go. I use a wheel and keyboard. Almost. So you've heard of ambidextrous, where you use right, left, and right. It's, either way. That kind of ambidextrous with the keyboard or the wheel. I'll use either almost interchangeably. It looks like YouTube, looks like the stream may have settled down a little bit. Hope it's working better for you guys now. Love the train. Just love maps that have trains. Well, if you're like most folks, if you gave your right arm, you'd have to be ambidextrous because most people can't write with their left. Of course, losing one's arm would kind of eliminate one's ability to ever be ambidextrous. You have a Steam version or a download copy? $63, $32. $63. Get those weeds off. Those are hard to see. 63 is up there. 32 is there. All right, we can hit 32. That's not too far away. Then, what's that? We could look at some of these harvest contracts. Anything worthwhile? Not really. Sugar beet on 33. How big is that one? That one ain't too bad. Hey, Uncle Fester, what's up? I've never used it, Gino. Okay, so. Alright. What go to the shortcut you used to run run farm sim with. Okay? It's in the start menu, or if it's on your desktop, wherever. Right click, pick properties. Okay? Then you should see like a... like a file path, blah blah blah, farming simulator 2019.exe somewhere. If you find that, then basically click on that, and after the exe, put a space, dash, the word cheats. You click apply, okay, close out of all that, launch the game, it should work. $400,000 liters of seed. Holy cow. Tell you, these contracts here basically bought my bought the seed, or bought the fertilizer that I used to fill this up with. Fertilizing is definitely the route to the best contract money for time investment. Alright, well, for Steam, you right-click on the game in your library, pick Properties, and then in the window that comes up, you might have to look at a different tab. I don't know what tab it's in. Basically, there's something that says Startup Options. In there, you put dash cheats for the plural. I don't know, 63. That's $2,600. It's good. So yeah, pick Farm Sim 19. Right-click Properties. Look for something that says Startup Options. In the window that comes up, might be in a different tab. There you go, set launch options. Thanks, Stone Cold. Get out of the way! I'll need to look on the server and see if I can see a screenshot. Off the curb. What? 63. Wrong field. Something else you might want to try, Dirty Tractor, is to go grab the latest depth version of Seasons over at GitLab. Fixed a few things that might help your issue. Well, I like that they're out. I'm not gonna be playing them on this map. I like they're out. I like to see what they incorporate. I am using the Icon add-on pack. On the save here. Be excited to see what people come up with to incorporate it and make use of it. I think not early on, but I think some of the comments in the videos so far on it, I think some folks have been a little confused as to what its true purpose is. Thanks for the sub, Big T Power. All right. Let's take this back to the farm. Got some poles while we're at it. Yeah, well, anytime you go from, a closed, anytime you go from a closed testing environment to a open testing environment, you're gonna find things that just didn't come up in your testing, because there's only so many things folks can test for. There's only so many different combinations of mods and gameplay styles. Like there was some weird growth bug that seems to come up when you pause the game. Well, I can tell you probably the number of times that I've paused the game, I could probably count on one hand. I'm sure that's probably the story with other folks, is that they just don't pause the game very often. And then there's other folks that seem to pause the game constantly. I saw one guy report that basically he saw strange weed growth because he started the game, paused it, went to bed, came back, got up the next day, unpaused it, and basically weeds were growing everywhere. And I was like, what? Thought to myself, why on earth would you just pause the game and then go to sleep? Like, shut the game down. Go to bed. Why leave it up just paused? So, field 60 pay out a fortune. It's field 60. No. Not going to use that thing ever. I swore back in Fellsburn I was never going to use that to harvest potatoes again. Not doing that one. This one, 33 to do beets. Cornfield. Harvest corn. What field is that? 42. Decent sized cornfield. $300. $40. Yeah, you know, there's all kinds of gameplay differences. They just don't turn up until, you know, you get a large group of folks playing. Uncle Fester, that would be due to drought. That would be due to drought conditions after you had enough, after basically germination. Or it could be the cold snap. Just damaged part of the field. Are you sure it doesn't say failed germination? Did it have failed germination as a result of just unfavorable planting conditions? Again, if it's too dry, if it was too cold when it was planted, it's been in the ground too long. We actually, yeah, right here. Right here we have that exact same thing. So here we have perfectly fine potatoes. We have a patch of withered potatoes. And here we have a patch of failed germination potatoes. Say remove tops, but this is failed germination. So if we look, out of here. If you look here, we've got a patch that is failed germination and a patch that's withered. Yeah, basically that's how they're showing that the crop died. That little bit of the field died, basically. Just immediately moved from growing to harvested. Not the whole crop, just it's part of it. We haven't played non-stop. I do work for a living. What speed are you running the clock at? Now, we did fast forward through a few days. We didn't really have anything better to do. Typically doing 5x, but there's definitely been days that we fast forwarded because there weren't any contracts, we didn't have any growth. I think last time we streamed, we were on day 4 of mid-autumn. I typically play a little slower than this also. Usually I'll do, usually I'd play a longer season. But part of it is to, part of this is to move everything along so folks don't get bored out of their skulls. I don't know how big these cows are going to get, but we're up to $4,000. We bought them for $25,000, so that's a good $1,500 profit. That's what, $60,000 there. Profit if we sold them right now. Hey John, what's up? You know, like when we started this stream, it was 9 a.m. Now it's 3:20. Should give 24-day seasons a go at 15 times speed. That's I think you'd be surprised at how refreshing that is. It took me all spring. It took me all 24 days to get the fields plowed, cultivated, fertilized, and planted. And about the time we were done, spring was over and it was summertime. And then I could roll right on into mowing, making hay and silage. Then we got that done. We were able to move into, we're going to do a little forestry in the middle of summer. And then late summer, we were back to harvesting and flipping fields. And we harvested all the way till the end of autumn. Did some field prep. A whole lot of forestry in winter. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, I'd say that, yeah, depending on equipment size and field size, because on, I did 24 days on churn farms, and I used a lot of the first year I used most of the starting equipment. Well, I got rid of a lot of the starting equipment, but I used like the seeder, which I think was like a 6-meter seeder. And it may have been like a 6-meter cultivator. And I basically figured that if I was doing one field a day, one task, one field a day, that would work out about right. So if it took me a game day to do one field, cultivate one field, and at 15 times speed, a game day was about an hour and 15 minutes. Because the full 24 hours was an hour and a half. But yeah, it's whatever works out. And even more so now with basically need to feed them every day or every other day. Going over here because we actually need to put hay in. Little horses. Hey, Tom, what's up? I think these horses have been ridden today. Let's check. No, they haven't. All right, so we'll take care of these. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go try to find something. Didn't save it. Didn't save it. Got back just a moment too late. That him? Nope. Where's he at? Maybe they're not dirty because he went in the water. Nope, that's not him. All right. We had a minor emergency. Had to get that taken care of. what I do need to decide is, well, I probably don't need to keep the corn. We have enough corn probably in the silos for our pigs until next year. It's kind of a gamble. All right, let's find this horse. That one. That one. There we go. Darren's figured out global company. That was quick. There's no more information than this right here, but I can tell you that they are working on a totally different animal screen. I don't know what it's going to look like, but if you look at their open issues, one of their open issue notes is to look at basically redoing the animal screen, because I mean I've got 75 pigs. Now, I bought them all. I bought them all the first day. Well, I bought them all the same day, so they're all the same. But again, the only reason I know I have 75 is if I go to the pin, I've got the GTX mod that tells me I have 75. I've got 40 cows. I'm not going to count every line. I bought them all the same day, so they all have the same stats. So it'd be nice to kind of lump them together, like, hey, you've got 40 that are all like this. You've got 10 that are all like this other thing. So Alien Jim asked me what the deal with that was. And he basically made a comment that, for console players, trying to scroll through that list and to have a clue of how many they have or how many they're buying or whatever be pretty difficult. So, yeah, they're looking at redoing that. I decided to just go not the breeding, but the fattening. So I've got just, fattening cows and fattening pigs. It is a whole new monster, but it's a cool monster, right? I'm looking for a first-person horse camera. Yeah, the fattenings don't breed. So, limousine, that's how I say it. Cows are all male. We don't We bought 40, we'll never get more than 40. They'll just get bigger. And they'll get more valuable as they get bigger. I assume up until a point where their age starts to impact their value. So I have no idea when that's going to be. I just kind of keep an eye on it every couple of days as to what their value is. Same with these spotted pigs. They're all male. We bought 75. We'll never get more. Once they reach peak value, we'll sell these 75 and buy some more. Buy a whole new lot. Now, apparently with the milking, breeding horses, or not horses, but cows, like the Holsteins and the others, they will reproduce through insemination. And there is a 10% chance on getting a male cow as a result of that insemination. So I assume if you get a male version of a Holstein, then it will basically become a fattening Holstein, not producing milk, but gaining value as it gains weight. And your calves, your female calves, if I understand correctly, they won't produce milk until they're 2 years of age. Because when you buy your Holsteins in the shop, I think you buy them at year 2. So your milk production doesn't go up as soon as you have more cows as a result of birth. It goes up after those calves are 2 years of age. Think. Now the big thing with starting on an existing save is that all your cows are reset to 0, as if you just bought them. Just for simplicity's sake, I decided to just stick with one breed. The way I understand it, yeah, they have to be inseminated and have a calf. And then they'll start producing milk after birth and some amount of time. I guess technically your calves have to get to 2 years. Then they have to be inseminated and then start getting more milk. Did indeed, didn't it? Just don't output milk. That the hot animal pens, they sure showed horses with a milk item. We'll need to turn our harvester the other direction. It's getting too hilly. Calves weigh 100 pounds when they're born. And I guess we'll just harvest the rest of this field manually since it'll be such a burden. Oh, that would be interesting. With the milking cows, they would probably be more valuable, even more. They would cost even more money. I would think. Don't need that beacon. See, by the time this stream ends, it'll be pretty dark. Hey, Brew Crew, what's up? Just trying to earn a little more money. Doing a harvest contract. Heading into late autumn. I am fairly curious about how valuable those beef cattle will get. Would be an interesting multiplayer trade-off. Guy's not really interested in milking, he's just interested in raising cattle. Well, Remy, don't confuse seasons and giants. That mechanic is seasons. I would say Giants' motive probably would be to oversimplify it. It's typically what they do. Up in the field. Well, I'd say to take a look at my playlist. I put a PDA on all the thumbnails. It's just so hard to recommend a map to somebody because there's so many different variations on what someone would consider good. You could say that this is a medium map because most of the fields are small. There's a fair bit of land that is not occupied by a field. You recommend a map, and then they'll say, "Well, I don't like maps that have square fields." Well, you didn't ask for that earlier. Think about a map that fits all the requirements, and they're like, "Yeah, but I'd really like to use a train." Didn't say anything about that. Yeah, just go check out the playlist. Lots of maps in there. Hey Norm, what's up? Catch you later. Take this load. Where are we taking this? Oh, right there. No, that's not where we're taking it. Take it away. Not too. Hey, Logan. This map's working great with seasons so far. Oh, glad you could catch a live stream. App does not have a snow mask, but that shouldn't deter anyone from giving it a play. I did set this up so it only is going to have one layer of snow. It does snow. There's a few buildings at the farm that snow goes in, but it's not that big of a deal. We've got the main farm over here, which has cows. We also bought pig area and the horse area. And we've got the grass field here and here. And we've got 5 main fields there. Started on farm manager. So they had the 1.25 million. Sold most of the starting equipment to add to the bank account. Then bought the land and everything. Trying to play this one with a legit economy without cheating anything in. Still have a $250,000 loan I need to pay off at some point. Took a little while to figure out where all the roads go. Now I've got it pretty well covered. This map technically has 2 BGAs. Has one standalone and then one down at the pigs. Hey, Joe boy, what's up? Hey, when do they start school up there in the Keystone State? We start on Tuesday. But that means they're out by Memorial Day. Oh, thanks for the sub, Nighthawk Duke. We are Big Tuesday for us. We're sending our youngest off to public. We're going a completely different direction this time. Here's the pig farm. Big storage building here. 2 huge bunkers. Shed over there. Storing my straw. Gotta figure out where the manure goes. Where's my manure piling up at? It must be on the other side of this building. There's the poo. Okay. They need. They do. It's hard to ride horses in the winter. It's not very light very long, and as a result, you know, do I have time to ride the horse, or do I have time to, work in the woods? You chill out here. Gotta get this guy ready. What I really want is a first-person horse camera. I'm gonna ride the horses. Go. Oh. Wrong color green. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis? I think it's a great color green. Dog. Who even buys the dog? A waste of money. I've been waiting to see the green fleet roll out of the Doughboy garage stables, if you will, keeping us in suspense. Rush these guys. One. Two. Three. Okay, we're done there. Chicken fire. Oh my gosh, what's a chicken fire? Like at a chicken farm? Chicken barn? That's gotta be nasty. DB, go ahead and put a link in your channel to your channel there, bud. The way people can just jump right on over. It's a map debut. I don't know if you want that chicken. First ever debut. Soon to be released American map called Hazard County. Check out DB here in just a few minutes. But, you know, it's hard to beat this harvester when it's only $40,000. The chickens are awful. Bunch of ammonia. Pack them in there. Tell me about it, Logan. Sometimes I tell folks I live in the turkey capital of the state. Oh, we're going downhill. Lose traction. $7 p.m. Just a few days ago, it was bright. Now it's dark. We've got a turkey processing plant one town over from where I work. Hint of advice, never ride behind a turkey or chicken truck. Well, where I work at, in town, out of town, it's the same difference. These towns aren't big. Between in town and out of town is across the street. So, Taryn, what I'm talking about is you may wonder why your car is the only one that's getting rained on. Before you realize that it's not rain. Because you're driving behind a couple hundred turkeys. Maybe even a couple thousand turkeys. I don't know how many they slam on a trailer. You shouldn't. Lots of folks that live there work there. Alright guys, what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and call it a night. I'm going to finish this harvest off tomorrow. Game day tomorrow. And literally tomorrow. And, I don't know. We might be on stream tomorrow night, we might not. Not really sure. But head on over to DB's channel for a debut of Hazard County. Till next time, happy farming.